such an asshole.
This isn't a consultation. This is a rant. I just, out of habit, put that there. Let us count the ways you girls, as a group, I know individually not all, but you girls make it very hard for not only men, but yourselves to make it in this world. First, through your despicable, evil, vile witches that populate the HR industry. That's girl domain, right? You make it stupid to get a job with bachelor's required, master's preferred. So now, because K through 12 wasn't enough education. Oh, and by the way, disproportionately who populates that industry, not giving these boys or girls a skilled talent or ability to make a living wage. By the 13 years and you don't have them skilled up or trained, they got to go to college because Karen in HR needs you to have a bachelor's degree so you can do clerical work. All right. So now boys got to go to school for another 4 years, go into debt and all that. Then they got to pay back that debt, right? Because you couldn't ever just have a credential or certification test, right? We always got to get master's degree to sit for the CPA exam, right? I'm gonna bet my left nut. If we look at who advocates for more education and higher education hurdles, it ain't guys, it's gals. All right. So now the guy's got to go work that much more and pay off his student loans. Right. So he's going to school. Oh, he's got to get a master's degree too. All right. So now maybe he's doing that part-time. Then you all vote left, right? Correct? Because Democrats are the greatest thing ever, because socialism just hasn't worked this time. Don't worry, Becky with her sociology degree, she knows how it's going to work this time. You take, on average, government spending to GDP about, well, in the U.S. is about 36%. I'd have to look it up. It was as high as 40. All right. You think that if taxes weren't that high, maybe your boyfriend or your husband won't have to work that much? All right. Oh, housing. Let's talk about that. Did you all vote for Obama? Now, admittedly, I'll grant you this. Trump also increased the money supply. I'll grant there's justice there. He did more than nominally than Obama. But if I recall correctly, you all couldn't get enough Democrat Obama cum on your face to essentially flood the market with money. Lower interest rates, by the way. I'll get the economy going. Like, hey, excuse me. How about just let interest rates float and not artificially lower them? And then you all complain after flooding the economy with money, artificially low interest rates. Admittedly, Trump was also to blame for that too. We can't afford a house. Well, geez, I wonder what the solution is. Maybe they just want to make it Section 8 housing, government housing, huh? Maybe is that your solution? Okay, so you'd like to have a guy with a house, right? Not living at home. I guess he's got to work. And then what else? So you make it impossible to get the educational requirements. You make it impossible to get a job. To just live and own a home, the guy's got to work. Oh, and then the taxes, right? And then the taxes. So now, instead of like, say it was 1900. Oh, patriarchy. Yeah, shut up. Right? Tax rates were 3%. You think your man would have to work that much if he wasn't forking over 36? Oh, that's the other. Oh, I forgot. How many times you want to count the ways? My man better make 100,000. Now, more statistically accurately, when I did the numbers, the poll was, what was it? It was economically inadequate men. And out of the single men out there, you girls wanted these men to make, it was 58% more. When you polled and you said, well, I like a man to make this much money. And it was 58% more when I did the math, that means you needed a man. Now, this is 4 or 5 years ago. You needed a man to make $65,000 a year. Well, fresh out of school, which again, I wonder who keeps setting that progressive credentialism hurdle higher and higher. You got men in their 20s. Most of them aren't going to be making 65 grand. But take-home pay, that would, if you didn't have to have all these taxes, he could make 50 grand, still have that amount of money, take-home pay. Unless this is a status thing and you only quote his gross salary. My man bring in 150,000. Yeah, but he lives in San Francisco and the cost of living in after taxes, it's like effectively $35,000 a year if you're living in a regular town. Oh, I don't care. I just get to quote 150,000. So then you set these ludicrous. Now, of course, that the polling data I did was probably more of a real baseline average. But then It certainly doesn't help. We see all these videos like, oh, he needs to make 500,000. Yeah, it's about right. 500,000. And then, won't say where I heard it. You bitch and whine about your man working too much. Shut the F up. Shut the F up. Why don't you go make more money? Then take the break off of him. Have you looked at the assuming you're married, which increasingly not, have you looked at the budgets? Do you have your financial act together? Oh God, there's that guy who interrogates people's bad finances. You guys keep recommending him to me. And I just haven't had the time. It's kind of like an angry Dave Ramsey. These people come in with this. What that'd be a thing he could do is like, all right, let's look at your finances, sweetheart. Let's look at his finances. Oh, you see, the reason he's working 2 jobs, you see his student loan balance consistently going down, and you haven't even made the first principal payment in this thing called compound math, even though you got a master's degree. You still don't know how like 5th grade math works with the power of compound interest. Yeah, maybe he's got goals. Maybe he's trying to pay. Maybe he's trying to get free. It's just a personal one here. Just personal one, ladies. I did not have money as an adult. I didn't. There's no help from my parents. No help from the government because hang on, got to check. Yep, still a white male. And bad, evil. So I don't get no scholarships, right? I don't get no help. I'm evil incarnate. Oh, shoot, where was I? Oh, and I dropped down. It's not a joke, guys. It's not a joke. I was 147 pounds my senior year, dropped down to 118 by the time I was a sophomore in college because there was no food. And then the cold and all that, working and patrolling and outdoors, campus cop shit. A lot of these guys, they weren't brought up in Winnetka, okay? A lot of these guys kind of came from poor backgrounds and scored in their mind. What's the word I'm looking for? Ensconced, no, stetched, seared. What's where they thought blow torches? That's scorched in their mind is being poor, hungry, and cold and borderline homeless. And they never want to see that ever again. Never. They don't want to. I remember getting so excited when $5 footlongs came out. And I bet you there's some men in the audience who probably remember those days fondly too, because you could freaking eat. And you're working too much. And it's like, I'm wondering how many of these guys are just making it they trying to secure their financial future that they never have to worry about money again. These girls just with the freaking cocktail. He works too much. Shut the F up. Just shut up. If you didn't take 40% of people's income in their paychecks, if you didn't make a stupid, retarded levels of education to go and get a job, oh, I don't know. Are you girls going to give up affirmative action and let men start getting promoted now too, based on merit and not what the plumbing down below? My husband works too much. Shut up. In this prestigious restaurant, shut the F up. Or you girls could work more too. But that would require an audit of each of the balance sheets and the finances of the man and woman. Oh, all right, here's what you got to do. You want me to work how many hours less? All right, that's going to mean this much money less. So you're going to make that up, right? You're going to make that up so we're still on our financial plan here? It's it. That's it. That's all I wanted to say. Not today. Not today. I don't want to hear it. Well, what's the other option? But that are you girls all complaining these guys live at home and they don't work at all? I'm going, oh, men aren't working. Where's the boy? Wait, now they work too much. You girls should be grateful you got a guy that works too much, because the other is that they don't work enough. And then you don't got no money. Or not enough money to cover whatever dumb things you guys spend your money on. He works too much. He fixes the house too well. He's too good a mechanic. God almighty. Oh, hat and clogs, 99 cents. Thanks, hat. Oh, anything else? That's it. Link down below, Bachelor Pet. Guys, by the way, guys, Your woman tells you work too much. I mean, now it could be you're doing 100 hours a week. All right. It's possible. There is such a thing as workaholism. But if you're banging out 60 hours a week because you're trying to like pay down debts and get somewhere financially, you tell her to shut the F up. You tell her there's the door. Get the F out of here. Link below. Book to Bachelor Pad Economics in case you guys want to get your finances together so you don't have to work too much. Love it how they think it's a freaking choice. Hang on. A Nair. One ex-girlfriend of mine complained that I work too much. She was also pushing me to get an MBA. I know. She did not even have a bachelor's degree herself. I dumped. Good for you. Good for you, man. Oh, Rusty Fuel, $2. Happy Cappy. I'm not angry. I'm just so exhausted with the stupidity on the other side. Like, I'm trying to think, does it dawn on you to flip it? Do you want him to work too little? Look, he's going to work too much or too little. Which one? What's the right amount? I'd rather have him work too much. Don't you appreciate him? Distance makes the heart grow fonder. Oh, now we finally get date night. Yeah, I am. We're almost there, guys. 116 people. If you haven't subscribed already, we're at 98,006. I did a video that was very popular. It got almost 60,000 views, and that's where also I'm like, why I got 1,000 more subscribers? What the hell happened? Just have to do that one video that'll nudge me over. All right. See you guys later, Toodles.